Hi, this is Yvonne, and in this video, I'm going to share with you an overview of project management. You're going to learn why project management is important, what is a project, and who is a project manager. And that's really going to help you understand the value it brings to an organization and if this is the right career path for you. But before we get started, in the comment section below, if you've ever managed a project, please share, what was your favorite part of managing that project? Let's make this fun and interactive, and I'd love to hear your comments. And so why is project management important? Well, the problem is that organizations have all of these great ideas, but they struggle with turning those ideas into results. And so even though they have this great strategy for where they want their organization to go, they struggle and they have a challenge with strategy execution. And see, project management comes in by increasing the likelihood of success by helping them achieve their goals. And so the superpower for project management is executional excellence. And when organizations really allow for projects to be that driving force, then change is achieved and value is delivered. And so project managers really are the change agents in an organization. And what makes it so exciting is they get to work with all different people cross-functionally across the organization, and they face challenges and risks. And there's always an opportunity for growth with project managers because there's always something coming along. And at the end of the day, they're able to bring an organization from the idea to the result and bringing people together in order to achieve this. And I've really had an exciting 15-year career in project management to date. And so I've always enjoyed this part of project management. And so project management got its start in construction and was really pervasive and widely used in construction, and with the passage of time was absorbed in the technology space and in government and healthcare, and now it just really goes across different industries because they're seeing the value in their organization with that. And so the standard framework for project management is driven by this organization called Project Management Institute, also known as PMI. And so they have this book called A Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge. And that really kind of has that structure and that framework that project managers use as a reference to help guide them along through the process of managing that project, just so that there's some structure around it. And what's interesting about the PMI organization itself, I mean, it's really global and worldwide. It's got about 200 countries that use the PMI organization. And I think there's about, let's see, I'm looking at 300 chapters, right? So that's quite a lot. That's really reflective of the breadth that the organization has really taken. And then in my notes, it says that there's about 500,000 people worldwide that participate in this organization. And so if you're thinking about being a project manager, you might want to check them out. And I personally am PMP certified. So Project Management Professional is a certification that you go through once you decide to make this a career and enjoy the career path. In fact, PMP certified professionals make an average of 25% more than an average non-certified project manager. So definitely something to think about investing in. So what is a project? Well, according to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, a project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. And so if we really focus on that first part, it says a temporary endeavor. So that means that a project has a beginning and an end. And so kind of play with this a little bit in your projects. If there's an activity or a task that you're calling a project, but it's really a continuous work effort, that's probably an operations task, not a project. For example, that report that you do every month, that's not a project. Even though it feels like it, there's a lot of effort and work to create that report. It's really operations. And so I always say that project management really is an art and a science. It really is. In fact, there's a theory called the theory of triple constraints. And what it says is that if you change a little something on a project, whether it's scope, time, or cost, it's going to affect the other area. It's almost like a tug of war. If you think of, maybe you've ever played tug of war when you were a kid, or family reunions. What happens with tug of war? When you pull on one side, the other one is affected, and then there's a tug of war, there's a pulling, right? And that's exactly what happens in projects. You see, if you change the scope of a project, it's probably going to increase or even decrease time and cost depending on what you're doing. So for example, if you're working on an application software development project, and the marketing business unit comes in and says, oh my gosh, we got a great idea. If we change these features and functionalities in the application, it's really going to make a difference for the business. We're going to gain more customers. Well, that's great. But what does that do to the timing? It's probably going to mean that you're going to take more time. You're going to need more time to finish. And also, if you need more time, guess what? There's going to be all these other people that need to continue to get involved. So that's going to increase the cost. And so also a good way to start thinking of things in terms of the triple constraint. How are your projects affected when there's a change? And that really will help you to assess the success and failure of the project if there's a strong deviation of any of these. So once you finish the project, a lot of project managers look back and see, okay, how well did we do with meeting our scope, time, and cost as a measure for success? So who is a project manager? What are their roles? Well, a project manager is a change agent. And they really lead the process in getting an organization to that goal that they've set for themselves. And so that can be a goal that would require gathering a lot of different people from different areas of the organization so that they come together to achieve a common goal. And so a project manager's role also is to inspire and make that goal their own, inspiring others so that they're all collaborating to be able to achieve that. And so think of maybe a captain of a ship. And what do? Well, they help navigate and steer this ship full of all these people from one place to another, right? And what helps that captain get everyone safely to the destination? Well, if you think of that dashboard that captain has, all of those, buttons and gears and everything, well, that's what the triple constraint we talked about, right? That scope, time, and cost. They're navigating and working through that, and they're working through the communications and everything that has to do with managing that project to get people safely to their goal and destination. And how do they do that as well? Well, there's a unique balance of hard and soft skills that allows a project manager to help the team get there. And so what are the soft skills? Well, soft skills, first of all, is leadership, if that has not been apparent yet to you. It takes leadership skills. It also takes communication skills because you're really communicating most of the time. And also interpersonal skills, because you're going to be working with people with different personalities, different characteristics, maybe even different agendas of what they expect for the project. Conflict resolution is another soft skill because conflicts do arise when working with different people, a diverse group of people, diverse not just in their backgrounds, but where they come from and where they sit in the organization, whether it's marketing, sales, customer service, technical, executive. They're really looking at things very differently. So that diversity of thought can lead to conflict. So your ability to communicate and work together as a team will make a difference. And so teamwork is another soft skill that you're going to want, because you're coming in, yes, to coach and mentor others, but also there's a lot that you're going to learn. And so remaining humble through that process, also learning and absorbing, will really benefit you when you're communicating across teams. The soft skills that will really help you is negotiation and persuasion skills. Your ability to be able to negotiate what's best for the project and the success of the project is really going to help you, whether it's negotiating outside with vendors or even internally, is really a skill that's going to support you. And so problem solving is another soft skill, because they wouldn't need project managers unless there were challenges and risks and problems to solve. And that's where you come in, to solve problems. And so just across the board, flexibility and adaptability is a soft skill that's really going to serve you as well, because as you navigate the team to that destination, there's going to be an ebb and flow of issues that come up, and you're going to want to solve them quickly and bring the right people together. And so problem solving is another soft skill. So if you can really see, there's a really huge breadth and depth of skills that you need as a successful project manager. Now, we talked about soft skill. How about the hard skills? Well, that's pretty clear if you look at the project management body of knowledge, what that means. But just to give you an overview of what that looks like, you're going to want to understand how to capture scope. And so your ability to gather requirements for the project is a hard skill, along with identifying your resources. And so going out and identifying your stakeholders, putting together your communication plan, which includes creating status reports, scheduling meetings, making sure the minutes are sent out after the meetings, and all things from the communication perspective from that plan. Also, risk management. How are you going to manage risks? And when they come, when you're proactive about it, how do you quantify qualitative and quantitative risk analysis? How about quality? How are you going to assess the quality? Quality management. And change management. Throughout the course of the project, changes occur. And so what kind of change management process you have is going to make a difference. And so these are all things that will help you manage that triple constraint, that scope, time, and cost we talked about. And so those hard skills are really, really important. And so ultimately, a project manager, again, is a change agent, and they have the unique hard and soft skills that help the team navigate through to that end goal. And they're really leveraging that leadership skills to be able to pull everyone together, and those communication skills to make sure that everyone lands safely to that goal that the organization has set for itself. So in conclusion, project management really is an exciting field, and it's the kind of career that's really resilient through change. And especially these days with all these technological changes, this is the profession that's going to help everyone get there. And just as the Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, nothing is constant but change. And so there's a lifetime of opportunity in this field. And speaking of change, you know what's helped me to be successful in this project management field throughout these 15 years is really working on myself through personal development and setting and achieving my own personal goals. And it's really helped me turn around and help others do the same. I have put together a goal creation workbook that's really going to help you with your personal goals. So click on the link below so that you can get started setting and achieving your goals. And if you like this video, click on the like button so that helps the YouTube algorithm share this with others so that they can also get the opportunity to increase their skills and learn about project management. And also subscribe to this channel to get new videos on personal development, leadership, project management, and so much more.